Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the reaction log. Whoa! Still a little sick, sorry about that. Unless this is the first time you've heard me mention it, in which case I'm sick. So my voice might sound a little funny. Does it sound any different at all, or is it just in my head? I don't know. I'm sick, guys. I'm sick. Oh man, so what are we doing here today? Well, I think it's possible that me and everyone else here, we're kind of in a bubble. We're in a classical guitar bubble, and we sort of view everything through the lens of classical guitar. And that's like a good thing for the most part, like especially for advancing our classical guitarness. But it's good to branch out and sort of see what other people are doing, because after all, we are musicians first, right? We're not just guitarists. So it might benefit us to seek out other arrangements of the pieces that we're working on to hear how other instrumentalists might interpret it. I feel that's a pretty healthy thing, especially given the fact that like the piece that I'm referring to, the Fugue to 1001, that was originally like for violin or something, right? But we spent a lot of time looking at violin. So how about we start this off kind of out in left field. This is the Fugue transcribed for 4 trombone players. This shouldn't be hilarious. Let's see how it sounds. Look at what they have to do what I do. I bet they're a lot louder though. I will give them that. 4 trombones. That's a horny room, gotta say, am I right? That's such an old joke, but like, when do we ever feature horns on this show? So, you know. Yeah, I feel ya. Man, they're looking pretty dapper with their suits, too. Oh, coming up high there. This is the most regal version of the Fugue I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, that part is tough. I bet that's hard on trombone. They're going quick, too. Also, a lot of gliss. I'm hearing a lot of glissando in there, too. It's funny. Not usually how you'd hear it. Oh, you cowards. Go up an octave. You know that's where it's supposed to be. It's so easy to transpose on guitar. You just don't think. No pun intended, but I do find this interpretation quite breathless. They're going really fast and they're not giving a whole lot of time. I feel maybe with like the timbre of the trombone, slowing it down could be a really powerful effect. Wow, they're playing it this fast, and they somehow still will take 5 minutes to get through it. Yeah. I like that. That's dope. I bet that room feels crazy with all that sound, too. I bet it feels like a wall of sound. Wow, they really charged into that opening too, and now they're kind of pulling back on us. I feel like I would maybe do the opposite of that. God, they're going so fast. Something they can do that's really cool there when you have 4 separate voices. They can keep those low chords staccato while that legato high voice rings out. Listen to that. Yeah, dope. That stuff, like, over the next year, as I sort of forget this Fugue slowly and then maybe, like, relearn it, I'm gonna try to work that stuff in. That's, like, stuff I'm trying to work in now with 997. That sort of stuff is really, really cool. That's next level stuff right there. Yeah, when you have 4 different people with 4 different brains, it's a little easier to do that. It's just... But you can really hear how they're separating everything. It's really cool. I'd hate to be the guy going, Bueno, bueno. That guy. That's my favorite part. Oh! Oh, and they can have the subject still ringing out during that. While that was going? That was repeating there. Yeah, they can have more going on in that. That's cool. That is what you should summon for that piece. It should sound like 4 trombones. It's a lot going on, and they're going very fast. I feel they could maybe pull it back a bit, but I don't know. Back to the staccato thing. Wow, up to the false ending is like pretty crazy. I feel like they could have done more with that part. Like, I've been given the advice to maybe on that part try like staccato one voice and legato the other just to separate them. So it'd be like a... You know, like, I can't do it now, I haven't practiced it. But I feel like they could really go crazy on that with those different voices, like, coming at you, like, with different articulations. Nobody wanted to go for this. That's fair. So they did that thing in like 4.5 minutes. That was pretty crazy. Okay, how about this as a little palate cleanser? We have an arrangement for piano by Godowski, BWV 1001, Violin Sonata number 1. We're gonna go right to the fugue. All right, if you know anything about Godowski, he's known for using a lot of notes, and I'm sure that that will be the case in this one. So let's go ahead and dive on in, see if we can glean anything from this. Maybe we'll take some of his articulation, some of his whatevers. Oh, woo! Did I say Godowski? I meant Jacob Coyer. Oh, I'm just kidding. All right, but very fast. Ooh, man. Unlike the trombones that we heard, like, on piano, you're just allowed to push because you can actually play that fast. It's so easy to play notes on piano, my god. Wow, interesting dynamics there. He went like way into... Oh, it sounds like a toy now. It sounds so bad compared to that. Like, it went way down when I got to that one part. And then crescendoed through there. Okay, something to think about. Oh my god, do notes mean anything on piano when you can just play so many of them? It's crazy. I am just jealous, I know. Is he just like adding in melodies? Wow, he does like the opposite of what I do there. He starts off really quiet on that. And then gets... It sounds like a monster. It sounds like a monster barreling at you. God, you put a counter melody in there. That's crazy. Oh, he's kind of hiding the arpeggio there. Sort of putting it in the middle voices. That's interesting. He has the subject sort of like ringing through on there too. Wow. You don't really get that when we do it. Oh my god. Even he couldn't find something interesting to do there. His articulation with the bass notes is really interesting. It almost sounds like a harpsichord in a lot of places. I think just from the arrangement, just how like octave jumpy it is. But you can really hear, like, listen to the softness of those bass notes. He's playing so soft there versus right after what he was doing before that. Wow. Like, his touch is so gentle on those bass notes. Holy crap. Oh man, that part was great. You didn't even have to write anything there. Just smash it. Oh, man. Okay, that was crazy. Who plays piano and who's going to be learning that? Once you go down the articulation rabbit hole, you just start noticing these things, listening to the same recordings, but you found like this hidden language underneath it all, and there's so much intention behind it. And you can tell when people are intentional about it, when they're not. Like when I hear recordings of myself playing, like especially on some things, I can tell that I'm just not intentional about it. And that's something that like going forward, I am going to scrub that from my playing entirely, because I just have to. Once you know what to do and you know how to make it better, it should make you sick if you keep doing it the same old way.
If you don't know how to make chords, this is it.
You can drag one of these chord progressions in. Boom, just like that.
Dude.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a vibraphone. This one is just BWV 1001 Fugue. Played on nothing. What is it played on? Who knows? Let's see. Oh, we got the Stratocaster. The vintage 61 Strat. I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm sure you guys have heard of him if you know who I am. This is Bachaholic. I have more subscribers than Bachaholic. That is up. Everybody please go subscribe to Bachaholic right now. I think we can go ahead and wrap this one up here. Hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for sticking around. Yeah, you know, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe, leave a like. Hey, want some guitar lessons? I'll teach you how to play classical guitar. If you want some merch, head on down over to Root's Delight in the description, along with my email if you want guitar lessons. It's all there in the description. And of course, leave some comment questions if you have any. I'll answer them in the chair. I also answer them in the podcast. So lots of ways for me to answer you. All right, I need to get up and stretch. So I'll see you in the next one.